Creating art has always had the potential to bring people together. That common mantra holds true in the Walker area today, where people with a common love for expression have formed a partnership. Jackson Bruner tells us about the Leech Lake Arts League on this week's In Focus.
Decades ago, the then-named Walker Art Group formed with a common set of goals.
They wanted to educate one another. That was real important. They wanted to share what they knew and be supportive of one another.
Every Thursday morning for the last 50-plus years, this group has been meeting under one roof to create and to critique each other's art.
It's been a wonderful experience just painting with, such wonderful people.
Painting with this group makes my day every Thursday.
The projects they work on are usually done solo.
Does that look right?
But every once in a while, they'll help each other out.
Then just come down.
This time, a duo worked on sketching together.
I took this and created a black and white on the computer and added this grid. And then I used that grid to transfer the image to my canvas. I've got a grid laid out on the canvas as well.
It's a challenging task, but Jane Swinson enjoys the process.
If you're trying to get, pretty much exactly what you see, doing it like this makes it a lot easier, especially when you do things like horses and stuff, to get their legs and their stuff like that in the right perspective.
The league tends to have bigger crowds in the summer season, but that didn't stop this Thursday's small group from getting their creative juices flowing.
All the mediums are used, from abstract collage to oil paints to watercolors.
Vay Kaiser was putting the finishing touches on her painting, a natural scene with a personal meaning attached to it.
We live out in the woods by a river, and so this is kind of my habitat. I live in an area where they have a lot of wildflowers.
The creative process may be fun, but this group has bigger worries.
We have members from 4 years old down to in their 30s. And we're looking at younger members to continue the legacy of this group.
An annual art show held over Labor Day weekend this year will be a recruiting tool and will allow these artists to sell their work. In Walker, for this week's In Focus, Jackson Bruner, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.